So this came unexpected. Vultures 2 is dropping in 2 days this Friday, August 2nd. That is on the official Yeezy.com website. Today, we'll take a look at it and what this means for the album, because obviously, this came out of the blue. Nobody was expecting this. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. So we were realistically looking at a release date for Vultures 2 sometime this fall. I mean, we had listening parties. We're going to talk about them in a second too, and how it affects the listening parties now in South Korea, in Taiwan, in Moscow, late August, early September. And my prediction was always that the album won't come out until late October, early November, because it always takes a little longer with Kanye. The album isn't out yet. You know, I want to stress that, because sometimes Kanye announces stuff that then never actually materializes. The album is not out yet, but on Yeezy.com, if you remember, we had these orders counting down. So how many orders they still had to fulfill. And when we saw this, there was kind of like copism kicking in, and we were like, okay, maybe when this counts down, Vultures 2 will be announced. It actually got announced through that. Something that we never thought would happen, something that was so far-fetched that people even came up with this theory. It actually came true. Because if you go to Yeezy.com right now, it's just a plain white website that still has the date and the time at the top, and then at the bottom it says all orders fulfilled. So the countdown that was counting down, Vultures 2 coming August 2nd. So this is this Friday in 2 days. You know, today's July 31st, Wednesday. This is actually this Friday. It's crazy to believe that. Now, we don't know how this album will drop. Will it be on streaming platforms? Didn't seem so until, you know, now. Ty Dolla $ign also in Vitaly's stream talked about the album dropping on the app, on the Yeezy app. Now it's on the website, this announcement, so it might drop on the website too. We have no info on this. And yet again, the album is not out yet. With Kanye, it's not that simple. Now, I want to know what y'all feel like, you know, how this is all gonna roll out and happen. Do you actually think that Kanye is dropping this Friday? Because I saw this and I didn't even have that like hype in me. I wasn't even like, oh shit, it's actually coming, because I was like, okay, it's gonna get delayed again. But let me know if you share that, or if you're actually fully convinced that it will happen, that it will drop this Friday. I would be very happy, but I won't believe it until I listen to it. Also, quick shout out. Obviously, I'll be going live on Twitch on Friday to be listening to this album with y'all for the first time. I didn't announce an exact time yet, because we just don't know what time it will drop. If it drops on the website, it probably won't be midnight. It'll be sometime during the day, but make sure you follow me on Twitch to be notified when I go live and we listen to this. Now let's talk about the listening experiences, because obviously they played a big role when we started talking about this record. We had the first one in South Korea on August 23rd, the second one that recently just got officially announced by Ty Dolla $ign a couple of days ago on August 25th, and then we had a rumored one in Moscow on September 6th. That was a timeline that we were looking at the entire time. Now, this obviously is all getting thrown over because now we're getting the album before those listening parties, which wasn't the case with Vultures 1. We've had several ones leading up to that. Maybe they're going to be actual listening experiences now where they're performing the songs after they're coming out, so kind of like a tour, even though we never really got a tour for Vultures. There were some hints at that in the Vultures store, in the Yeezy store, but we never actually did get a Vultures tour. Maybe this will change with some of those. Ticket sales have started, which is another thing that I wanted to mention, for I believe South Korea and also Taiwan. So these shows are actually happening, unless they want to refund the thousands of people that are purchasing tickets. So it's not like they announced these shows and then randomly decided to then drop the album earlier and not do the listening experiences. Those are, so far up until now, actual shows that are happening. which is also pretty unusual for Kanye because, you know, sometimes he announces them and then before tickets go live, he's just kind of like, did they disappear? So this is actually happening now. Now, we also weren't expecting this because the info that we've gotten from Kanye over the last couple of days, I mean, Ty was on Vitaly's stream, catching child predators. Then we've had Kanye in Disneyland, the latest pictures that came out. So nothing of anything seemed to hint at the fact that this is dropping this Friday. As I said, it's not out yet. But what this means for the release schedule is actually pretty cool. Because, I mean, this album is like, I don't know, 5 months late, so there's no really like talking this good. But that could mean that we maybe could get the third volume this year as well, which is, you know, I don't want to talk about Vultures 3 at this point yet, because Vultures 2 is not even out. But there's supposed to be 3. There's supposed to be 3, so we are expecting a third one at some point, but we got to focus on the second one. But if it did come out now earlier than we thought it would, you know, then maybe the third one is still also coming. Now, you know, we have to kind of recap this and say how stupid it was from Kanye to, you know, announce an album when it's not even done and when they're still working on the music. I'm happy that it drops now, but obviously in retrospect, we gotta also critically reflect that a lot of shit went down that just wasn't cool from neither Kanye nor Ty, announcing stuff like the Egypt listening party in April that then never happened. You know, then we've had leaks and we've had hints here and there when it might be dropping. None of it ever came true. We were left hanging in a limbo for the longest time until now, when randomly on Yeezy.com we get this announcement, not even officially from Ty or Ye. Maybe by the time you're watching this, we've gotten official word from them, so let me know in the comments if that is the case. But it was a whole lot of stuff going down, and a lot of it wasn't really cool. And what I've talked about a lot in the past couple of videos is that in my comments and under every Instagram post regarding Vultures 2, the majority of people are saying that the hype died down and that they don't even care about it anymore, and that they rather care about artists and actually rely on that they're going to be dropping in time. And this is sad because Vultures 2 probably has a lot of grails that a lot of people have been wanting and that a lot of people have been looking out for a very long time. And the fact that this rollout was done this dumb, it just took away from a lot of the hype that could have still, you know, could be created around this record if it just wasn't the case that this was such a stupid rollout. So while I'm happy that it's dropping now, we have to also kind of acknowledge that this was a shit show until now. And I know it's never that easy with Kanye, and there's always stuff that, you know, happens that then goes in between him and when he wants to drop and a lot of the stuff, and he's working until the last minute. I get all that, but still, it was extreme with Vultures 2. I mean, the times we've been talking about this on this channel is just crazy. But the info is, so far, it's dropping this Friday, August 2nd. We don't know where. You know, it might be on digital streaming platforms. It might be on the app, or it might be on Yeezy.com. I'll keep you updated as soon as we learn anything more about this. Tomorrow, we still have a whole day before the album drops, so I will definitely drop a video going probably over something that happened until tomorrow. So make sure you stay subscribed not to miss out on that. But I want to know what y'all think about this, obviously. Do you actually think it's dropping this Friday? I'm still not 100% sold, if I'm being honest. But let me know all your thoughts on Vultures 2, on Kanye, and what you would hope to hear on here in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.